Today we are doing 457 circular array loop. You are playing a game involving circular array of non-zero integers nums. Each nums I denotes number of indices forward backward you must move if you are located at index I. Forward backwards. Since you may assume that moving. Okay. Cycle, whatever. They are all positive or negative, and size of what? Cycle. Okay. And every num sec of j is either all positive or all negative. What the hell? Does that mean something significant? First of all, how many vertices we have is like the obvious question. 5,000 only. ON01. Oh my god, bro. Hell no. I mean, okay, so numbers are in this range. I mean, I guess question might be that, you know, if here would be 1000, I guess it's like circular, so it would, I mean, 1001 would go here. Wait, so 0 to, so basically these are the edges, so from here to here, here to here, here to here, and here to here, and here to here. Okay. And we build a graph, and basically we need to find a cycle in that graph. But you are telling me that if there would be a 2 here, this would not be a cycle? So the vertices have to have increasing numbers or just decreasing numbers? That is weird, bro. But okay. I mean, it sounds like a painful medium problem. I mean, we can construct a graph and then start the DFS and or like use a stack, right? And then whenever we encounter vertex, we check, like, we take the vertices and then we can check, and I mean, we just do standard DFS, and when we get the cycle, we check if if the condition is met. I mean, let's try to imagine well, if that would go there and that goes there, and then I mean we do have a cycle, but Does there always have to be a cycle? I mean, okay, that's the question. So I guess nums is not 0. Length of cycle has to be over 1. So my question is, I guess let's start with something and let's figure out as we go. So let's do adjacency, or probably not. Right, J percentage n plus n percentage n. I mean, this is dog water only because of negative numbers, because if we have positive number, this is enough. But if this we get into negative numbers by doing modulo, we will end up in minus n minus 1 up to 0. So we have to add n, and this is probably just for safety. Okay, and then this, and then do we need that? If we visit it, then we continue. Otherwise, we do what? St append v, this v1, and then while stuck, then vert. So let's say like node is st pop, right? And then I guess we could just do this. Okay, and then next arg node, and then we want to do Norway just scored a goal the second I looked away. Damn, that's a good goal, bro. Anyways, I mean, I hope Norway goes through, but I don't think they are going to deep because their defense is garbage. If their defense would be as good as their offense, they could be like semi-finalists or something. Anyways, enough of football chatter. Sorry, dog is barking on everyone outside. Okay, so this is our next node. Question is, do we want to pop from the stack? Not actually sure we want to do that. Yeah, probably not. So I would just do this. And this, and then node is this, right? And then I mean, because we could like count, and then we could do like direction, which will set to none, right? I mean, I guess there always has to be a cycle eventually. So while I would do like current is this. Wonder about the O1 solution already, but that's not good. So vertex is V. And I need to keep current. Next is vertex, arch vertex, right? And while nums v over 0, and now while next don't equal w, we want to do this. So then we want to do cur next is equal to argv, no. So current is equal to next, and next is equal to arch of next. That doesn't make any sense. So I guess that should be previous or current, but who cares? Count plus equals 1. I guess we can directly skip self loops because like that. So we don't want self loop anyway, right? Otherwise count is 1. Now if nums next okay, so technically then we don't need count, and then we do like, because let's say we'll have a line let's see. Yeah, that won't work because, yeah, so while not this next, I think. this could work. Let's see. How come this is true? Yeah, stack needs to be used. So we have a last vertex. So we assign this to stack pop, and now while stack, let's see, now everything is false. Let's see. So zero, let's see, ash. So there we go to 2, 0, 3, 0, and then to 1, that's fair. And then so you get 0, 2, and why nothing after that? Because adjacency of 2 is 3. So if next is 2 and this is 3, that's like okay. So I think this is linear time solution. Okay, well, it is incorrect solution first of all. What the hell, man? So we go forward by 1 and backward by 1. So 1, 2, 1, 2. That's weird. So 1, 2. What? That is not good. How come? So we started 0 and then we go to 3, right? And 3 goes to 1. So 0, 3, 1, 2, and then, right? I hate problems like this. Maybe we can do this. Okay. I think this is more appropriate. Okay, and then we can break this. Still wrong answer. How come? Yeah, okay, I'm fucking stupid. Like this. Then this is equal to this. I mean, we don't really want to do this. Current year is minus 1, right? Now right, otherwise we want to do this, and then next is the pop. Oh my god. We subtract 2, so we visit all those, and then when we start at 4, that's weird. Yeah, probably should do that here. I mean, I guess that could still fail. I knew it. I fucking knew it, bro. Please. No way, bro. Holy shit. All of this just for a linear solution. And how you do this? Please tell me how the heck do you do this in constant memory, bro? This is ON because we are only going over unvisited, and then I just mark everything visited right here, and then we still have to check if it's same direction, but doesn't matter because for each vertex we are doing just O1 work. So show me this. Okay. 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 Direction sense. Ooh. I mean, wait, if current value is like -5 and we need -5, okay, that makes sense. That's a good trick, to be honest. I mean, let's say you have an even length cycle, so you will start both nodes here, then jump like that. I mean, doesn't matter because the second one will catch up. I mean, yeah, I kind of... What a pain, bro. What is this image, bro? Exactly. Is it though? Modifying... I mean... No. No. I mean... You know what? I don't have to visit it, right? I can just do this. Muhahaha means this is processing, right? And if it's doesn't equal 0, then we process it. We set it to processing, and if it's set to this, no, if it's set to this, then we set it to that, right? Otherwise we set it to that. And actually we don't have visited, but we have nums. When they are equal to 0, I think this is the case, and then there is visited 0, line 1078. Great, this is absolutely uninformative. Oh, Norway is on a counter-attack. This might result into something. Nobody there. Okay. I mean, okay, so if it's... Well, wait, the number sizes are technically... what? This, so if we use... that means visit, so it's visited, right? So if the value is over 1000, right, then we continue because it's already done. I mean, the directions will be broken, I guess. that. And now if it's less than 1000, then we set it to 1001, 1002 for that matter. And then current value, and then we do if and this should be done at the end, I guess. Times and good, right? And then here this is just absolutely disgusting direction checking. Okay, I mean, this shouldn't work. So am I updating curve although? Well, finally it's gonna rain. That's crazy. Oh, Norway free kick in dangerous position. Let's see if Haaland can cook up something. I mean, Ivory Coast hasn't done anything in this period. But I have to finish this problem because I would really like to enjoy some dinner. Yeah, this is bad. So if it's not 0, but this is if it's 1. So if it's equal to 1001, then we set it to 1001. We set it to 1001. Could work. Doesn't work at all. Oh my god, bruh. So first this one, then you go here, Okay, one case missing, so let's find out why. I'm brain that I cannot think of a way how to do this. Oh, not really. Was done is equal to this. Then we do this. Oh. Well, how to resolve this? We could go in reverse, I guess. We could go in reverse. I mean, this will be absolute dog shit. But we could go in reverse, right? If I set like reverse J's I, right? And then, okay, somehow we got good, and we still have to check if it's valid. And how do we do that? So we will have like cur node is equal to what next, and then we want to do reverse of current node doesn't equal next, and then current direction is, or current value is nums. Yeah, I already reset. if okay, and then I mean 52 minutes on medium is diabolical. So what I'm thinking is somehow storing the direction here. You feel me? So let's pretend I do that. I just do this, who cares? Right. Then we'll have to do this too at the end, but that's okay. What the hell? Oh. Okay. Okay. So now we are finally here. So our current value is equal to nums current and then what? Then what? So while reverse is not the first node, we wanna do if nums reverse so while then current node ref current node curval times nums current node so we take the previous node, we check its direction, right? And now while the previous node of that is not the start. I mean, even if it's the start, so wait, so we have the last node, right? And then we take its previous node, and while that previous node is not equal to current value or next, right? But if it is, we still want that, but that's okay for now. So we pick the previous node. Actually, need to change this to while true, and if this is less than 0, and now if like that, where line 21 if num's vertex okay. I'm so tired. Just want to eat, bro. How come? Now I don't know which output it is on. That's great. Gotta be a self cycle or something. Oh, they scored a goal. Are you kidding? Ivorians. Oh, I shouldn't use stack anymore. Let's see what goal they scored. Damn, that was crazy. Holy. Amad Diallo cooked with this one, bro. Oof. I mean, a Norwegian guy could have saved it. With his hand. Anyways. I don't understand this one bit, brother. So print okay, I give up. 27 minutes ago I finished it. What a waste of time. Okay. Okay, so can imagine the numbers as nodes and num as directed edges, where the next neighbor num plus and percentage n take into account Ivorians going forward. Damn. He fell off, but that's not a foul. Okay. Negative jumps. To find a cycle which is not just a self loop and all of its have vertices W have the same sign of nums W. Do this by to avoid recomputation. We do not process vertices, visited vertices. Okay, approach we maintain the stack of current chain of visited vertices. Mark each visited vertex with this v2 have found. Then if we stopped because of already vertex, we of already visited vertex, we set if we have stopped on a already, if we have stopped on already on a vertex with this one, i.e. already done vertex, i.e. vertex visited in previous iterations, we cycle end. We just mark what the hell. We finished, if we found a cycle, we also have to check if the signs of nums v are the same, for which we can maintain stack of the signs of visited edges, and we pop from both that and the vertex stack until we find our cycle while checking the direction constraint. Broken, we found a cycle. The reason we do that last check in that way is that the cycle we found does not have to necessarily finish with the vertex we started the current search with. We only over each vertex one times before marking it visited and never processing it again. Since we store the visited array and the vertex and sign stacks, somewhere here is a direction. Okay, this is so fucking dumb. Okay, goodbye.